Hello lovely people, welcome to another video. Bogdan here. In this video I have something special prepared for you guys, and it has to do with farming a little bit of gold with as minimum effort as possible. If you find the wisdom within this video valuable, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody that would benefit from it, and let's get right into it. So what I am talking about is this item, Alchemical Flavor Pocket, which drops from the weekly cooking event that you can complete once per week per character in the Azure span in Iskara. Make sure you stick until the end of the video to learn how to fully maximize this farm. Let me show exactly what the event is all about. You can check to see when the community feast is up by hovering over Iskara icon, and it will say the Tuskar will begin their feast soon, time left 0 seconds. Typically when you say this, it's going to be an extra 15 minutes, and as you see, it has already begun. So even if it's 1 or 2 minutes over, don't worry about it. Make sure you grab the quest from Pliki, and then as the chef makes you do different tasks, make sure you complete them. You will always get one task completed when you press the extra action button, which features the chef's hat. The task can be anything from right-clicking various mobs, stomping different critters, going to different vendors and buying different items off of them. You can also get extra items from these NPCs, from the mobs that are attacking the camp. Once you are done, open it, quickly run back, log out, jump onto your next character, grab the quest, immediately spam the extra action button to get 1 out of 5, and then it says to purchase some items. Go to the various vendors that you have here. You can also click /target in the NPC name in order to see where they are. After you do this a couple of times, you will learn their location, and it will be increasingly easier and faster for you to do this. Make sure you press the extra action button, you go get the item, or do the task that the chef asks you to do. After you complete 5 of them, turn in the quest, open the suit, and switch to your other character. In the beginning, you might be a little bit slow, but don't worry about it. It will take a couple of attempts for you to learn where the NPCs are and what the various tasks that he asks you to do require. But after you do this a couple of times, it will be increasingly faster and you will be more efficient at it. You will be able to grab the quest and complete it on anywhere between 5 and 8 characters at a time, depending on how lucky you are with the tasks and how long it takes for you to do them. If you get some of those long tasks that have a countdown for about 30 seconds, there's nothing you can do about it. Other times you get a task to just go to the NPC right next to you, click a couple of times, and it takes you no more than 3 to 5 seconds to complete the task. The only downside to this is that you can do it once per week per character, and I believe the character has to be a minimum of level 60 in order for you to do it. Sometimes you are required to fish, so make sure that you have fishing trained at one of the fishing trainers, either in Iskara or anywhere in the world. You don't necessarily need dragonflight fishing, you just need fishing. Rinse and repeat, and try to get this done on as many characters as possible before the timer on the kitchen duty runs out.
We will not repeat our history.
That only took a couple of seconds. Sometimes it could be as fast as that, under a minute, to complete it on just one character. So here are a couple of tips in order for you to maximize this farm. Make sure you have fishing trained on every single character that you bring. It doesn't have to be Dragon Isles fishing. It can be classical fishing or any expansion type of fishing. Go into your profession book, grab the fishing icon, and drag it onto your action bars and keybind it to a comfortable keybind you don't use for anything else. This way, when you are assigned to go fish in a puddle, it's going to be very fast and you're not going to start looking around and panicking. The second tip has to do with the location. Once you're in Iskara, come to the filled bowl, go inside the inn, and set your hearthstone here. That way, if you go out into the world and you do any other activity, whether you decide to level up the character, go do some world quests, whatever you choose to do, Mythic Plus, etc., it is a very easy way for you to get back here as soon as the event starts. The third tip has to do more with where you log out your character. So before every single event, I like to log out inside of the inn. And also after I am done with each event, after turning in the quest, I like to get on my dragon riding mount and fly and log out in the same location. This is not for alt rested XP purposes. This is more for efficiency purposes and for making sure you do not bug out your character. What do I mean by bugging out? If you log out your character anywhere else but the inn, there is a chance that the chef will not actually give you any tasks until you go back to the inn, you log out, you log on an alt in order to remove your previous character from that location and completely exit the world. That's just how Blizzard works. And then log back into your character that you wanted to do the event on. So in order to prevent that headache, just trust me and log out inside of the inn every single time. The final tip actually has to do with you getting to Iskara on your own that is not yet max level. Take the portal to Valdrakken. You will be able to do this because once you have finished your campaign on one of the characters and unlock the Valdrakken portal, every single one of your alts will see the portal. Once you're in Valdrakken, get on your dragon riding mount of choice, go to the Dragon Isles summary next to your minimap, click on your dragon riding skills and unlocks, and make sure you put every single point in. After you do that, make sure you have your dragon riding spells on your bar, get up into the air, and dragon ride to Iskara in Azure Span. Alternatively, if your character is already max level, you can come to the Flight Master, and if you have the flight path unlocked, you can fly to Iskara. Once you are in Iskara, set your Hearthstone as I previously mentioned, and you are good to go. So how much can you expect from doing this? Look, getting the item is a little bit of RNG. It's true. However, over the years, I have leveled quite a number of characters. And right now, I have about 30 or so characters that are at level 60 or above. Now, I understand that I put myself in a very unique situation, but that is not a cause for despair for everybody else. Because you see, although I have all these characters, I mainly did them because I wanted some cosmetics or I wanted some of the class-specific armors on them. So it was pretty fast to do them in my off time. Especially once I am done with the patch and there is really nothing for me to do but really wait for the next patch to come around. After doing this pretty much since the expansion has released, and with the disclaimer that I wasn't as efficient as I am right now in the beginning of the expansion, let me break down some numbers with you. So the Community Feast event lasts for about 15 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds. In this time, I can complete the weekly quest on an average of 7 to 8 characters, which means that I need only 4 waves of the event in order to be done with all of my characters for the entire week. Now I know what you're thinking. What is the drop chance on this item? There is a drop chance that you can check out on Wowhead and some other websites, but here's what I found for my characters. So after farming this week on all 32 of my characters, I've only seen the Alchemical flavor pocket 2 times. Historically, I've seen it as low as 1 time and as high as 5 times per week. Do take into consideration you can only complete the quest once per week per character. So here's how much it goes on my server. Right now, it's going for an average of about 45 to 48k. On some days, it can go for as high as 60k, and I've even seen it all the way up there at about 65k all of these months after the release of the game. I'm not talking about how much it cost initially when it was in the hundreds of thousands of gold and even millions of gold. I'm talking about the price today, and the price today is on average about 50k. So if on average I get about 2 of these per week for only putting in 1 hour of work, I will make an average of about 100k per week farming this item. And I'll throw in a bonus tip for you. As we are approaching the end of this patch, I would definitely start farming them on a weekly basis and start saving a couple, because I do believe that the price is going to go up at the beginning of the next patch. There will be new crafted items, and many of them will require for you to use an alchemical pocket, and a lot of players will want this item right at the beginning of the patch. I really hope this video was helpful and was able to give you a little bit of extra clarity, and I broke down everything that you needed in order to set yourselves up for success when farming the alchemical flavor pocket. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, check out my other guides on how you can spend your downtime increasing some of the gold that you have on your characters. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.